Hello, Team CEOs. Welcome back. I am here with another model today. So, here we're going to talk about who is ideally a CTO. Talking about a CTO, we are aware of the abbreviation and what the T in the abbreviation stands for. Here, we're going to talk about technology. So, a chief technology officer is an executive who's in charge of the organization's technological needs, as well as its R&D, which stands for research and development. So, this CTO or the chief technological officer is also a person who examines the short as well as long-term needs of an organization. He or she utilizes the capital to make investments designed to help the organization reach its correct objectives. So this CTO definitely stands for a person who is taking care and engaging different kind of people under him. But this person has to report directly to the CEO of the firm. So when we're talking about a chief technology officer, he's responsible for the organization, management, and development of the overall organization. These responsibilities keep changing from one organization to another because the role is dependent on the size of the organization. When we're talking about the scenario of early 2020s, the pay scale of an average CTO was around $1,59,000. Whereas when this position was originally there in the market as a very new position, that was around the year 2009. So that time we were talking about the initiation of the technological processes in organization. Let's understand the role of a CTO better. So when we are talking about this role, this person is also known in many organizations as the Chief Information Officer. He is the one who performs dual roles, CIO plus CTO, information providing plus technological overtake. As technology continuously advances, there's a growing need to separate the CIO job and the role of a CTO, because information is something that is required at the right time to the right people, and if it's not provided, that does mean that the business is going to suffer huge losses. The CTO has a strategic planning role, whereas the CIO has technology focused role. The CTO is the highest technology executive position within the company that leads to the technology or engineering department. So this person develops policies as well as procedures and uses technology to enhance products and services that focus on external customers. The CTO also develops strategies to increase the revenue and performs a cost-benefit kind of analysis and return on investment analysis. When we're talking about large companies with large budgets, they have either a CTO or CIO or even both. Many large companies need both of these people, whereas when we're talking about the smaller companies, we can talk about startups here, etc. So they do not need both of these people. So they mix their roles and then employ a person. This person is known as the business enabler that helps the technological startups gain the required management. There are special considerations for this person as well. So as technology is moving from physical assets to moving towards the virtual assets, as we are meeting virtually today, we have started using cloud technology, big data, IoT, which is Internet of Things. Technology is focusing more and more on integrated applications, processes, and data. So the CTO title has been used in the industry for over almost 10 years. But there's still confusion about the role as to how the two differ, the CTO as well as the CIO. So when we are talking about all these things, this title was popular with dot-com companies in the 1990s. And then when these companies expanded to the IT departments, the CTO role became popular in the IT industry. And today, e-commerce, healthcare, telecommunications, etc., as they are growing up, this role has become evident. Now, when we are talking about all these people, let's follow them in detail. So when we're talking about the organizations and when we're talking about their roles, let's understand what are the various types of chief executive and chief technology officers. The responsibility and role of a CTO depends from one company to another. There are typically four different kinds of CTOs, and they can be infrastructural, in infrastructural development companies, they can be planners, they can be consumer focused, they can even be thinkers. So when I'm talking and dividing these roles, let's understand them better. Infrastructure, when the CTO may oversee the company's data, security, maintenance, and the network of the company. And he or she may implement the company's technological strategies. The CTO may also manage the company's technological roadmap as a whole. As a planner, this person has to envision how technology will be used within the company while setting the technological strategies across the company. The CTO will also look at how further implementation of new technologies within the company have to be there so that the company is successful as a whole. This person also acts as a thinker, wherein we are talking about the CTO who will help set up the corporate strategy, fuel technological infrastructure, and would analyze target markets. He'll create the business models, and he or she will also have a close relationship with the CEO and other members of the company. This person focuses on quality, focuses on consumers as a whole. So that is where we have a consumer focused CTO. This person will act as the liaising body between the customers as well as the business, and by taking on the responsibilities of the customer relationship, he grasps on the target market and helps deliver IT projects to the market in a better fashion. So when we're talking about all these responsibilities and roles, let's understand them a little deeper. So while I'm talking about the responsibilities, the shaping of the entire technological vision is in the hands of the CTO. This is the person who's going to talk about each and everything here. He has to attract as well as mentor great talent. Why is that important? That's basically because hiring is a major part of his domain. He needs to keep the good talent within the organization and has to make sure that the organization is never ever short of people. The tech stacks, wherein we are talking about the technological as well as the commercial properties, the CTO basically has the technical platforms to use all the kind of projects that are there in the organization. So here, this person has to support, has to fit, has to timely deliver the required technology so that there is profit for the company. When we're talking about entire thing, technology upgradation, etc., the infrastructure and the architecture of the business should be such which supports this kind of growth. Otherwise, it's going to be all useless for a business. The DevOps, also known as the professional IT specialists. So these are those people without whom the entire team is going to be a sufferer. Why? Because the entire databases, servers, and all those technological tools are useless without these people. So what ideally are the qualities that are needed to become a CTO? And these qualities should be possessed by every CTO. Definitely when we are talking about brainstorming and thinking, this person has to think out of the box. Ever-changing technology has changed our world as a whole. There are multiple challenges in changing the conventional thinking style of those old people, and how this person gets to change them through technology is a wonder to see in itself. Moving decisively towards the business goals, this person has to move in collaboration with the vision as well as the mission of the organization. This person has to act flexibly because he has to be in direct contact not just with the CEO but also with the CMO, CFO, etc. Because when he or she has to go ahead with planning, he or she has to see the finances, has to see how it's going to benefit the company as a whole. Now, talking about the professional degrees as well as the professional qualifications required, you definitely need to have a post graduation degree in technology. So you can be a software engineer, required number of years of experience in the industry, because you learn a lot while you are there hands on.